Hey everyone, and welcome to the Infinite Respawn podcast. I'm Chicken.
I'm Grif.
And there's no oak tree, and I'm Bacchus.
I was waiting too. I was like, somebody goes up before me. Nope, just kidding. Hi guys, what's up everybody? Oak's not here. He's at PAX right now, and I totally forgot that I was supposed to go next. He'll be back next week though, so it's fine. Don't worry about him. He's fine. He's having a great time. Also, I got a replacement, which you two can't see, but there's the Pika meme face that's taking over for Oak right now.
The puppy dog is being adorable behind you, and he's licking his foot.
Hey. It's his birthday, so he
It
does
is
what he
his
wants.
birthday.
Look, I took one foot, he's gonna lick the other one.
Look at
Anyway,
how adorable he is. Special guest.
I'd ask, yeah, because Oak's out. We've got Pika meme and Dogo, birthday Dogo,
And kitty cat.
yeah.
We got plenty.
I'd ask what games we've been playing this week, but I know, and I can already tell you. We've all been playing World of Warcraft Classic since Monday, so that's literally all we're going to talk about.
A little bit, okay.
A little bit?
We haven't put
No.
too much time into it.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
I don't know what. I mean, that's pretty much all I've been doing besides working and sleeping. So
Yeah. I think that's all
Yeah.
most of us have been doing besides working and sleeping is playing Classic. And we are all... I'm level 19, and I think you guys are all 18, right?
Yeah, I'm 18.
mhm.
I only got like a tiny bit ahead of you, but...
That's fine. I'm almost 19.
So, tonight we'll be doing our first dungeon. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's been
Yeah.
really interesting playing Classic because it's the old school stuff, so everything's a bit different, and we've had some ups and downs, and overall, though, I'd say we're all doing pretty well, I guess.
I'm enjoying my ride through. Like it's, I'll just level a little bit, and then I'll stop and work out professions or run around. I'm a lot more vocal in this game than I have been in any other game that I've played in a long time. It feels like you're actually doing stuff. It feels. I was a little worried before it came out that I might burn myself out or it's not going to live up to my expectations that I've been putting on it for all these years. But it's right there, and I love it. Like, I just sign on, and I will just sit in Stormwind. Like, I'm not even doing anything. I'll just sign on and just sit there.
Or you'll sit in queue so that you can get to Stormwind, because there is a queue, or has been, for quite a bit
For
of it.
our
It's not been the
server.
whole time, but yeah, we've had some significant queue times. Like, Chicken and I waited to sign in Tuesday or Wednesday and after we got home from work, because it was, it's going to be right around that, like, 6 o'clock time, we had to wait, like, an hour and a half in queue before there was a spot open for us. But yesterday, I got in queue, and it was, like, 15 minutes. And sometimes there's not a queue. Like, earlier in the
Yeah.
day, there's generally not. But,
It's like 4 to 9 is when the biggest part of the queue, when everybody gets home from work or gets home
Hey.
from school and everyone's trying to sign on at one time.
speaking
But,
of being in a line, our first night that we played, and this wasn't exclusive to our server or our area. This was happening everywhere. But certain mobs are named mobs, and they have to be killed. And as soon as somebody kills them, it takes a while for them to respawn. So you'll have these people waiting. Well, people are starting to make lines. Like, you make a line, you invite as many people as you can into your group so that you can, get this one objective, and everybody will go about their way afterwards and everything. And it was really pleasant. It was nice, except for that one rogue that was trying to tag it just to be a jerk. But
to be fair, for every 100 nice people, there's one douchebag.
and we had like 100
I
nice
had
people in
that
line.
earlier with a paladin doing Hogger. He kept going up and tagging it from people.
Yeah, some people just want to be
Yeah.
jerks.
Yeah, you'll
Stop
have
being
people like
jerks.
that. We grouped up with a random person yesterday, did some elite quests, hung out for a while. There was a boss in a cave that we had to wait for. We helped another group do it, and then it was our turn to do it, and then another group. There was one group after us that was waiting to do it, and luckily, because the paladin at our party was like, "So should we wait and help?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't want to, but it's the right thing to do."
Because there
And
was only like
luckily,
two of them.
yeah. Luckily, though, there was a group of 3 running up. It's the time we finished ours, so I was like, "Hey, you got a group of 3? There's a group of 2 over here. You guys should merge groups and do this." And I was like, "Yeah, cool, bye." And I just left.
Yeah, like matchmaker for the group. Found them a full group, so they got together to do it, and then we could just go about our business.
Yes.
And today's that day's lesson is always make sure you get the head.
Yes.
Yeah, make sure you loot
in
things.
your bag.
Red's got to redo that. So that'll be something that's going to
Always
slow
make
us down
sure.
later tonight when he finally does get home, by the way, because we'll have to do that first probably.
That's
Well,
okay.
no, if he's 18, we can just go do the.
Well, it also gives a nice little reward too, and Newbie has to finish it too because he wasn't a high enough level when we did it the first time. So Newbie and Red have to.
Yeah,
go
we're
back
trying
and
to.
do it. So,
There's 5 of us that are playing together, and so now we're in this struggle of trying to get schedules together. And when the schedules don't line up, trying to help people catch up, but it takes forever to do some of these things, or it takes forever for some of them to be free at the same time as the rest of us, and it's been a little challenging to play as adults.
But this whole thing has leveling before has definitely made me realize that the two most important parts of the group have to always be in sync together. Like always got to be able to play together. And me and Grif rolled tank and healer so that we're always playing together.
Yeah.
So the DPS we can find replacements for DPS if somebody can't do something. But for tank and healer, because I think when we leveled in either Legion or Battle for Azeroth, we leveled with, I think Red was the healer and Grif was the tank, and it turned out to be a mess because we just couldn't get those two together all the time.
No, when we did Legion, you leveled as the healer because I was running my paladin tank, and then you were my pocket healer druid.
That worked so much better than having to rely on, no offense, one of the other ones, because it's hard to sync up the schedules constantly.
Yeah, well, and at that point too, Red was working night shifts almost exclusively, and now he works at a day job instead of a night job, so it's easier for us to catch him. Baka, on the other hand, goes to work whenever he feels like it. Just kidding.
No. If it was when I feel like it, I wouldn't be going.
Same. But it's been great. We've had a lot of fun. Chicken's streaming it regularly on his Twitch, so I mean, if you want to see us do that, twitch.tv/EliteChicken313, and you can watch us not yell as much as I usually do. There's a lot less yelling on my part.
Maybe when we run to Wailing Caverns, someone will run into Stitches. Because I did that.
Did he get you?
No. He was fighting a guard on the road, and the guard almost was dead. So I was like, nope, I'm booking it. Go.
Dip the fuck up.
Well, we could probably spend an hour and a half of the whole podcast just talking about our experiences in WoW Classic over the past week, but we should probably not do that because there's like a handful of news stuff. It's not a lot, but there's still some news stuff that we can talk about. I imagine we'll hear more next week as far as news goes because Oak is seeing shiny new things and shiny things that he's already seen probably too at PAX right now. So I'm sure we'll have a lot more news content next week, but we should probably get to this week's news as well. So, what do you want to talk about first, you guys? Out of our
I'm gonna jump on the hype train real quick because I'm super fucking excited.
You got off of a hype train at any point? I mean, I thought you just were.
No, it's another hype train. It's a new
okay.
hype train. My hype train came into station, and now I'm at the amusement park, and I am enjoying the shit out of it. But a new hype train is pulling up to the station, and I'm ready to get on.
Okay.
Capcom is unveiling a mysterious new Resident Evil game on the 9th. It's currently going by the name of Project Resistance. And Baka knows this, but back in the day on the PS2, they came out with a game called Resident Evil Outbreak, and it was a 4-player online co-op game that was really it was ahead of its time, to be as blunt as I can. And unfortunately, it didn't have the systems there to really make it flourish like it could have.
The online interaction on PlayStation 2 wasn't the strongest. I mean,
no.
Not everybody had the internet.
Not a whole lot of people did online with PlayStation 2.
Yeah, it was, like I said, a little ahead of its time. And people, like, now that we've got this infrastructure built and whatnot, people really, really, really want another opportunity to... Because I watched a lot of it back then, and I never got a chance to play it, and I really wanted to, because that kind of 4-player co-op in a in Raccoon City, where you have to survive the zombies.
Yeah, but didn't we have a 4-player co-op Resident Evil game at one point in recent memory? Like, I can't remember exactly.
Operation Raccoon City?
Is that what it was? Because it's the one that we played, and at one point you were running into a wall. This
one's a little more open world than that.
Okay, so you
that one was much more like linear based, where you were mission based, kind of going through. This one is kind of like survival based, where you've got to figure out how to escape the city or how to survive.
Okay,
And,
so it's not like
more
survival
open.
in the aspect of like horde mode. It's
Yeah.
more like you actually need to find a way to get out of here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you got to figure out a way to escape the city.
Okay.
So
I mean, I'm down. Let's play it.
I can't wait. I want to fucking see what it is.
Didn't they like pull all of like it was like super quick? There might be something here, and then
Yeah,
it
they
was
showed some
gone?
pictures and it took everything away immediately. They I don't think they were planning on showing anything yet. But
Probably
Monday, unfortunately, we'll do the show next Sunday, and then they're going to show it off Monday.
Yes, so they'll show it
Boo.
off right after.
Yes.
Well,
Which I cannot wait to see what they've got in store. I'm excited because Resident Evil 2 was super fucking good, and I can only imagine them. Of course, they're going to do Resident Evil 3.
I mean that's kind of like a lot of the comments on the article that we're reading this in. A lot of the comments are basically Resident Evil 7 and the RE2 remake were so great that they could like at this point I'll just buy whatever they put out in front of me. So
Like Capcom is on an upswing right
Yes,
now.
they
DMC 5,
Yep.
Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 7, and I think they're already working on Resident Evil 8 too. So
Most likely.
I mean, come on, it's they're doing good shit. They're doing good shit, and this one will probably do. You know, if it's the successor to Resident Evil Outbreak, it will do super well too.
I hope it does really well because I'd like to. I always wanted to play through Outbreak online with people, and then that never could.
yeah.
Same.
Well, we'll try it
God,
out
I'd love
together. Yay!
to. Bring it to me on Steam, and I know Capcom's not shitty enough to do exclusives. or
I
anything.
don't say that
I
because
hope
that's
not.
tempting
Knock
fate.
on wood.
Yeah.
I hope not. They have been pretty good about just kind of opening it up to everybody, which they didn't do it for Resident Evil 2, so I don't see
I mean,
why
they don't really need
need
the money bribe
Yeah.
to do the
Yeah, but some
exclusive.
of the other companies haven't really needed the money bribe either, Borderlands, but they took it anyway. So
Yeah, well, some of those are like on a down slope
yeah,
for their
well,
credibility.
Yeah. Yeah. Borderlands will be one of those. But we'll have to see. I'm looking forward
Yes.
to the actual announcement tomorrow, which means we will talk about it
It's
next
next
week.
Monday.
No,
It's
next Monday?
next Monday.
Okay, sorry. You said
Next
Monday, so
Monday.
my brain's
My
like, yes,
birthday week.
tomorrow.
My birthday week.
All right, cool.
Well, yeah, well, I guess we'll just go into the downslope of news.
It's like everything else. Yes, go.
We'll just keep going up and down and
And
whatnot.
it's not that much of a down slope here.
Well, it depends on which one
Yeah.
you want to talk about.
I'm to talk about Chucklefish.
Okay, well, yeah, and it's downslope.
Because
Okay.
I was a big fan of Starbound. And this one we could kind of
I was
play...
until they were jerks.
I could... We could play this in the middle. Okay,
Can we
so,
go?
yes, we can. Somebody came out and said that started out the game dev career working on Starbound for almost 2 years. I was 16, I worked hundreds of hours and wasn't paid a single cent for it, while the company made unbelievable amounts of money off of my labor and that of around a dozen other unpaid workers. And then Chucklefish responded, let's see, where is the exact response?
They basically said that if you wanted to talk to them about it, that you could. We're aware and saddened by the current allegations against Chucklefish regarding Starbound's early development. During this time, both the core crew and community contributors were collaborating via a chat room and dedicated their time for free. Community contributors were under no obligation to create content, work to deadlines, or put any particular number of hours in. Everyone was credited or ruminated as per their agreement. So, I mean, basically, a lot of the people signed contracts that said, we agree to work on this, and we agree to do so without money. Because they wanted to get their foot in the door, which is kind of their fault. They were told, though, that that was pretty industry standard, which makes it shitty on Chucklefish's side, because they were like, yeah, everybody does this. That's not necessarily
that's
true.
definitely...
That was them trying to leverage that against people who they wanted to exploit. I mean, that's really what it is. But at the same time, the people did sign the contract.
Yeah. Well, yes and no, because if I'm not mistaken, this company that built Starbound is also the one who did Terraria too, and a lot of their games are community driven. It's kind of like one of those things, though, where it's like, we're making Starbound. You want to help? go ahead and throw your shit in the ring. You know, it's free. You work at your own pace. Just make something, and then you can show us, and we can put it in the game. That's pretty much it. And then you could have it on your resume. And then it feels like a few years later, they seem a little upset that they were exploited.
I think,
but I mean, it's one of those things.
People, because Chucklefish, I think, were people that have worked on Terraria that separated from Relogic and went on to make their own studio.
Okay.
I want to say that's what it is, because it's not. I mean, Terraria's not.
They also
listed as
made
being...
Risk of Rain too. Okay, and Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley. But yeah, it's just one of those things where this was a nice way for people to get their foot in the door and have something on the resume. And they should have gotten paid, but nobody was really kind of thinking about that back then when they were making the game. It's kind of like, you can go ahead and make stuff for free, work at your own pace, do whatever you want.
But it wasn't just that you can do this, it's that you signed a contract. So that if at any point we do make money off of this, you don't see anything from it.
I guess it's one of those, the like coin flip thing where, they could have floundered and then those people would have been perfectly fine and they could have been super successful.
Though, I feel like the thing that makes it feel dirty to me is for the people putting forth the contracts to go, this is industry standard. I mean, it's just totally normal that you should do this. Like, you're doing that to make their decision for them, so that they will sign the contract and agree to work for you without being compensated, which is a really shady but not completely unlawful thing to do. It just makes you a shitty person. It means that they were thinking in their minds already, if we do make money off of this, we won't have to pay these people that worked on it because we made them sign this stupid contract. So... Which,
they could have probably either renegotiated or found somewhere else. It's just one of those things where...
To be fair, I don't care.
I wish that wasn't industry standard. I wish that, maybe there could be unions for game developers and whatnot.
Nice.
But
I don't care for Chucklefish because we've already seen bad behavior from them. They're the ones that, if anybody said they didn't like things about the game when it was in development, they would just ban the accounts and make fun of them. So those, honestly, the people... Yeah. That's why we stopped playing Starbound, is because they were being so shitty to everybody. They were locking people out of playing or mocking them out of playing if they didn't like something. You don't remember that? Huh. You don't remember why we stopped playing that game?
I just stopped playing because I lost interest.
No, you stopped playing. We all stopped playing at the same time because they were being really, really shitty people. And we covered it on the podcast a while back too. So
it had to have been a long while back.
Well, the game's 2016, so we're 3 years out from it. We've covered quite a bit since then, but yeah, they were being real asshats about the community. So trust me, when someone wrongs me, I remember.
Yeah, apparently. Don't get on
I don't remember anything else in life that's important, but if you've been shitty people, I'll probably remember that. So, but that's why people are like, are you surprised about this? This is not surprising behavior from them. It's just...
It's just behavior from them.
Yeah, it's just them being them. Yeah. So.
Well, that sucks. And maybe, I would say maybe things like this will change the industry standards, but that won't happen because everybody in the end is to make money.
Yes. So.
That's all it's about.
Yep. Unfortunately. It's not about creating beautiful pieces of entertainment. It's about making the money.
Yeah, it really is. Like, gone are the days of great artistic pushing the boundaries. Here are the days of how much money can we make off of you? Please give me your entire wallet. Thanks.
Yes.
So.
Most companies are like that. There are still few that are looking for something good in the world.
My sister actually...
Cyberpunk 2077.
It is just now being exposed to that side of gaming where people are upset about money because of the BTS phone game that we play. And she was reading some threads online about it, and apparently a lot of the community are not mobile gamers or gamers at all and are completely up in arms because there's microtransactions. Like, you can buy resources like the wings to keep playing, or the rejuve stuff for your little missions that you send the dudes on, which you can earn all of that in game and by waiting.
It's just time consuming,
yeah,
like everything else.
It's just time consuming. Mobile. And so this is obviously people that have never really been exposed to what games are now. because they're upset about it. How dare you be so exploitive, and this, that, and the other. And my sister's like, I just didn't really, I didn't think it was a big deal because I just look at it as I'm going to play the game. When my wings recharge, I'll play some more. I'll play the levels that I need to play in order to get the stuff, the recuperation items that I need, which is not a big deal. She's like, I don't understand. If you don't like it, just don't buy it. Like, they're not making you buy it. You can still play it. I was like, but it's not fast enough, and that's why they sell it. Is because there are people who want to go as fast as these people that are upset, but they're willing to spend the money that these people are not. And it's not a great practice. Like, I'm not agreeing with that. I think that's a shitty practice, but it's a free game, and that's how they make their money.
Yes, and the problem with things like that, the main problem is that they build these games around making you spend money. Yes. Like, they slow down the pace of the game and then put this in so that you could pay to speed it back up.
Yes.
That's the problem.
Yeah, the Star Trek game that I downloaded is like that. Like, you go super fast for a bit, and then you just hit this wall, and it takes forever to where you can continue doing missions and stuff because you've got to go through and upgrade your ship or build a whole new ship because the other one even maxed out is not strong enough.
Yep. I mean, that's very similar to mechanics to some of the stuff in this game where you want different cards because even if you max out this level 3 card, a half level in the level 4 card would be way better, so you need to get that card instead and things like that. Honestly, that's how mobile gaming is. And Chicken had pointed out, he was reading something earlier this week that said mobile gaming was going to completely replace PC gaming or like gaming and consoles.
Gaming.
I disagree with that statement because
it's for monetary,
wise, but it's because everybody has a phone and will play. Like, my sister doesn't have a game console at home. She will play the BTS game because it's on her phone because she has access to her phone, which everybody has one now. But she's not really going to commit to buying a console because she's not going to use it as much. So, I mean, it's just ease of access because there's more phones. There's more people playing on phones. People that wouldn't play games normally. So I think you're skewing the numbers that way. But I also think
it was a revenue-based thing where it's like out of all video game revenue, everything made by video games, the mobile, it makes up for 59% of the entire gaming. Because
you've got crazy people that'll drop $1,500 at a time on a mobile game.
59%. PC is 19% of the entire gaming revenue, and console is 22%. But those two are barely anything, and then you have mobiles making almost over half of all gaming
But I also
revenue.
don't think that that's going to last forever. I think that number is high now because everybody's still kind of new to mobile gaming and whatnot. But I think that number will drop off because that money is not infinite. Like, there's going to be a point where people are like, I've spent the maximum amount of money that I can on mobile gaming. I cannot afford to do this. So, I think at some point, I see why it makes so much. Again, it's ease of access, and it's also people who leave their it's whales, and then parents who leave their phone unlocked for kids to play with, and kids accidentally rack up $300, $400 worth of stuff, and then the parents are just stuck with the bill because it's your fault for leaving it unlocked and have access. But really, it's ease of access is all it is. Everybody has a phone. Not everybody has a gaming platform, be it console or PC. So.
But, the consoles are becoming more common, though.
They are. Well, and it's because more people, gaming's becoming more mainstream, and the people who grew up with gaming are the ones that are, making money now and everything. And so even if, it's just some dude that you went to high school with that grew up playing the Madden games, he'll probably still invest in a console now to continue to play Madden games. And then that raises another generation of kids that just accept that gaming consoles are fine, and there's no stigma against having them. You're not like a mouth breather that lives at home with your mom in the basement or something. So, yeah. So, it's more acceptable now, which is why we're seeing consoles be more commonplace. And they're a nice alternative to PCs because you don't have to build anything. You just buy the box and plug it in. So.
Even plugging it in, some people have a hard time with that.
Most people.
Where does this go? There's only one. There's only one slot that this can go. I'm sorry.
What do you mean I have to
You
plug
got
it
a
in?
little cord part that big, and then you have the power supply that's that big. Where do you think it goes?
Some people need extra help. But luckily, they have their phone, which means they have access to YouTube, and everything's explained on YouTube. So,
Yes.
I'm sure you'll figure it out somehow, one day.
Oh.
Back to the news, though. Some people are excited and some people aren't about this one. But there's some investors that have announced that they plan to, quote-unquote, resurrect TellTale Games, which they're not really rezzing the studio. They bought the IP, is what it is, and they're going to bring on some of the former TellTale employees as contract workers,
yes,
so they don't even have full-time positions. Makes it sketchy. But,
yes.
I mean, this really could go either way. It's so early right now that it's hard to make a call on this, but the two people that bought the catalog, essentially, have worked tangentially in games. Like, I wish I could remember, and I don't see it on here as I'm skimming. I can't remember exactly what they did before, but both of them were involved in other studios somehow. I think one of them was marketing or something. And
one of them was the overseen by the founder and CEO of developer Galaxy Pest Control and ex-sales and marketing head for Havoc game.
That's one. So I mean,
but they don't get everything back from TellTale because Stranger Things and
those are licensed
Walking
properties.
Dead. Well, they went back, but they still have Batman, and they still have
Wolf Among Us.
Yeah, they still have Wolf Among Us. They got some of their like IPs and whatnot that were still along with TellTale, but the ones that the big ones like Walking Dead went back to Skybound, and
I imagine that means Tales from the Borderlands probably is in the hands of not 2K. Well, yes, 2K, but Gearbox more directly. So it's gonna be.
Well, what does that matter? It's not canon.
Yeah. I mean, some of it has to be. Obviously, don't get me started, chicken. You're just trying to get me into an argument and
get riled up.
I'm not gonna fall over your tricks this time.
Say something angry. Get angry.
That's like the Grif catchphrase. Say something angry. Okay. But it's gonna be interesting to see where this goes. I really wish that they would actually found a studio and bring it back and let these former employees come back as full-time employees just as they were before, instead of trying to skirt it and be like, you want to be contract workers? No, we want to be full-time employees, not contract workers, because that's what
it's one of those things where it's like, but it's common practice when companies get resurrected because it's sketchy, it's limited, it has limited funds, and you really don't know if it's going to work out.
That's true. I said that's why it could go either way. I mean, it could be that
like
they try
that
to make
stuff
a run at it. And...
Yeah, it's like maybe not.
Well, because they were already in development for Wolf Among Us 2. So I'm wondering if, since they bought the IPs, if they get all of that property that was already underway and they bring back the people that were working on it, if it's successful enough to refound the studio, then they will hire them all back on as full-time because it will be something that has brought in revenue.
Yeah. I just hope that they fucking know not to do the same damn shit that TellTale died from.
Let's hope they can learn from their mistakes, but some people would probably charge headfirst into it going, we're going to keep up with the way that it was because it's the way that people liked. And it's like, well, no, there's a reason that they ran out of money. It was not just mismanagement, Yeah. A large part of it was definitely mismanagement, but it wasn't the only culprit.
Yeah, definitely. So, they have plans to stay small for the next 6 months, and they're going to try to be very careful about how they do this. So we'll update as the months go on and see how TellTale either comes back from the dead or falls right back into the grave.
Well, let's hope it can be a complete resurrection and they stay small for 6 months, enough time to start really working on something, and then get to a point where they can launch a game and it does really well.
Wolf Among Us 2 is going to be their flagship. That has to be their flagship. They got to finish what they started and release that. Well, that is going to be what is going to make or break it. Wolf Among Us 2 got a lot of hype
already generated for it too, and then to know that it's something that's coming, that it may bring a whole studio back, you're going to have a lot more support behind it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, we'll see. Besides, Wolf Among Us is great. I can't wait to see the sequel.
It was incredible. That is for sure.
So that's part of our roller coaster. That one's kind of a middle of the road one though. That could go either way. We'll see what happens. And then the last couple of things are speculation stories. Not necessarily hard facts.
Both from Nintendo.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's there's some
Nintendo.
speculation that Overwatch is going to make it to the Switch, and this speculation is based on, well, one of the things that it's based on is the fact that for like 5 minutes there was a listing on Amazon for Switch carry cases that were gold and black and had the Overwatch emblem on it. So why would you have a Switch carry case for a console that didn't have the game? So.
Oh, it's definitely coming to the Switch. First of all, they
Yeah.
talked about it a while back ago because they want Overwatch to be everywhere on everything.
Don't you people have phones?
And what's the last console that it's not on
It's Switch.
is the Switch, and making Overwatch mobile like that would be perfect. Also, to coincide with our other article too, I mean, it's perfect because they have Super Smash Brothers too, and they love putting characters from all sorts of different universes in it. And Overwatch is the perfect game to pull a few characters and throw them into a Super Smash game.
Which I've heard a few different things. Like the article that Ollie linked earlier this week, the speculation was that it was going to be Tracer. Chicken said he had heard it was going to be Diva or Genji. I mean, there's a lot of choices.
Genji makes sense. I don't know how Tracer would work because her zipping around like.
See, that's what Chicken said.
With how the arenas are, they're especially in tournaments. So many of them are so small and short.
That it wouldn't benefit
She's going to be
you.
zipping off all over the place.
I could see Genji.
And if you think about it, she's not vertical either, and all of the characters have a lot of verticalness to their movement around the map.
Verticality.
Diva and Genji have a lot of vertical play that they can do. Tracer really doesn't.
See,
She
I
doesn't
don't see
zip
it being
upwards.
Diva because her defense matrix maybe worth it, but it doesn't really seem like it'd be anything to put in the game. But other than that, she walks and shoots, and that's it.
Well, they're going to use her mech for sure. And she could probably blow up her mech too as one of her Super Smash abilities. And she can smack
I can
people.
see that as a Super Smash ability, yeah.
And it'll just...
I kind of think I'm kind of leaning towards Genji.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
lean more
Because
towards
he
Genji.
just
I think-
makes sense.
Genji would be number 1, Diva number 2, and Tracer like number 26.
How many Overwatch heroes are there?
Yeah, I don't see.
Because not all of
Tracer.
them will translate over to Smash Brothers
No.
very well.
No.
Yeah, not
Like,
at all.
you can't
you
do
could put
Torbjorn.
Doomfist in there.
Oh,
Doomfist would
yes.
probably be workable.
Yeah, Doomfist would be really nice.
Yeah, he would be really good.
No Bastion though.
Always make coffee come out my
Torbjorn.
nose. No.
Clunk. Do. What the hell is this
No.
thing doing?
You couldn't
You
have
just
those.
throw the turret out and it shoots at everyone, and you just kind of run around the map and just dodge people and then try not to get knocked out.
I can see them putting in Reinhardt.
Yeah, I was gonna say Reinhardt, but I feel like his charge ability would kill himself more than anything else.
Yeah,
I mean,
Roadhog would be good.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, his chain ability, but he doesn't have any verticality, like Chicken was talking about earlier. Roadhog.
Well, they could make his hook vertical.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Rock.
Maybe a more-
Junkrat.
Oh, yes. Junkrat would be really nice. He's got a trap. He can blow people off the map and whatnot. Hell yeah.
He's
Arisa
got the
would do it.
verticality.
76 might do it.
I don't think
He's
76
just very
either.
He's very stereotypical.
I don't
shooter.
think any of the ones that are basic shooters. Like I don't think they do Reaper either.
Well, it's a Smash game, so you need characters that would that fight.
Yes. So none of the snipers.
Brigida.
So you wouldn't have. Yeah, you could put Brigida in there.
Yeah, she's
Push
got a
people off the
stun.
map.
She's got. Well, I mean, if you do team fighting or team comps too, she could reduce the damage you've taken. I don't know if they have a healing. Well, they have the tomato. That heals you.
Yeah. There's not an actual healer though in.
Okay,
So I don't
nobody
think
actually
it works because like there's no way to incorporate
Yeah, but
her
if you took
healing
away the
ability.
healing part of that, still her kit is a melee kit. I mean, it'd be fun to play with those abilities in Smash.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely not Moira.
Just make sure she doesn't like heal every time she hits.
No, I think they take that out. I think that would just be tossed to the side, and they just let her go in with her abilities, not necessarily what they do in Overwatch.
They'd have to create combos and whatnot, which I feel like they could do with Genji, they could do with Brigitte, they could do with Diva and whatnot. Like I feel like those kind of heroes you can create a fighter from.
They could probably do Hanzo as well.
I was thinking maybe, because I mean Hanzo's dragons would be interesting to see in that as an ultimate ability kind of thing. But he doesn't. If he still had Scattershot instead of Storm Arrow, that would probably work as well. But they took that away, so he's just got his Rapid Fire. But he does have a lot of hopping.
Rapid Fire would still work too, because if you it'd just be like a quicker set of shots. Just they don't do as much damage or something.
Maybe. None of the other healers would make it in. Brigitte would be the only one of those that could go. Symmetra you wouldn't want to put in there with her turrets everywhere.
Oh God, no.
So I mean, there's a limited pool that I could see them moving to Smash with, but I really think Genji would be a good choice.
I don't think
Genji or
Winston
Diva
would be good either.
I mean he's got Donkey Kong.
Yeah. Maybe give Donkey Kong a skin that looks like Winston.
There you go.
Oh shit!
Themed
you just made it
skins.
right there.
Yep.
Hell yeah! Like I mean that would be perfect too.
Oh man. Well, I mean that's really it as far as the news goes. Like big week, you guys.
Yeah, it's a very short show this week.
Okay, let's go feed our WoW addiction now.
I can't.
Well,
I have. He's got a movie to watch, and I have Red Dead to record.
I got a movie.
What movie?
To watch. What movie?
My sister gifted him his birthday present already, which is Detective Pikachu.
Oh,
yeah.
I already watched that one. It's good.
Yes, I was so excited. I've heard nothing but good things about it. So
I called it though because I had a prediction for how that movie.
I will let you know when I'm done. Don't you dare.
Don't spoil it for him. He's gonna go watch it.
I've avoided everything, so.
Yep.
If it's very stereotypical Pokemon movie, I could probably see it coming.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Sometimes that's okay.
Oh, I've got Red Dead to
sometimes
get back
it's
to.
about enjoying the ride. So
Exactly, like classic WoW.
we don't need to do Molten Core within a week.
Hell no, fuck that shit, man. I'm gonna get the Molten Core, and we'll get to the rating and whatnot. I'm gonna enjoy every fucking moment I have of doing this again.
Well, are you guys ready to go then? Because I need to get back to recording. So.
Yep, that should be it. I mean, sorry it was a short show, but we'll be back next week.
Yeah, we'll be back next week for probably a longer show. So
yes, I'm sure it'll be a
bring
longer
snacks
show.
next week.
Yeah, I will.
Thanks to everybody that hangs out with us each and every week. This is really cheesy when I say it.
Because you don't have that flow going with it.
I don't, and I have a hard time doing wrap up things, even on my YouTube videos. I'm like, all right, bye guys, just leave. Like, I'm terrible at this. Don't forget, you can check us out on Twitter. We're at InfiniteResPC, or you can check us out individually. I am at Grif Slinum. Chicken is
at Elite Chicken 313.
And Baka?
At Baka Pickle.
Yeah. Don't forget
to plug Oak.
Yeah, you can get to... I'm sorry, see, I'm bad at this. You can find Oak on Twitter at MDB Oaktree. And then this week, Chicken will be streaming nothing but WoW, because that's what it's going to be for, like, the next forever. That's not true. Occasionally, we'll take breaks here and there. Occasionally.
Oh, yeah, actually.
Like his birthday. Friday the 13th.
Yeah, well, I probably won't be streaming that day. Also, and that day, we're going to go see a horror movie on Friday the 13th.
Maybe.
Oh, boy!
Maybe. Really discussing that.
What movie?
It 2.
Chapter 2.
It.
Yeah.
But yes, Twitch.tv/Elite Chicken 313 is where you can find him and the rest of us, because we play this all together all the time. You can go to Oak's Mixer, which I guess he'll be streaming when he gets back. I don't think he's back until Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm not sure if he'll be streaming as soon as he gets back, but it's mixer.com/MDB Oaktree. I'm 90% certain. I'll put a link to all of that stuff in the description down below, so you can just click links instead of listening to us struggle bust through this. And don't forget, since you are maybe here on YouTube watching this, if you want to watch other stuff, like games, I play them here on YouTube. You can go to my YouTube channel and watch me play games.
Woohoo!
I'm pretty bad.
She is.
I'm doing Red Dead Redemption right now, and I decided this morning that I think I should go back through once I'm done playing it and just cut together a whole video of me being thrown from my horse because I'm stupid. But I think that video itself would probably be an hour or more. It happens a lot.
Yeah, that's way too much.
I'm a shameful driver. Anyway, don't forget to...
You're not even technically driving the...
I mean, it's driving the horse.
You're steering the
For
horse.
someone who enjoys ponies, you'd figure you'd know how
Look,
to
man,
ride.
okay, this morning there was a hill that was like, seriously, like 6 inches. And I was like, okay, the horse will jump up that. Nope. Nope. Me and the horse both just go flying. I wasn't even going that fast. I don't know. I don't understand these things, okay? Come watch me be bad at Red Dead Redemption. It's on my YouTube. And, I think that's everything. Did I get everything?
Yes, I think you got everything.
Okay, well, in that case, we will see you guys next week. I think. Bye.
Yes, next week.
I'm bad at this.
Yes.